Hey everyone, in this video we are going to discuss about the very first graph in a matplotlib, which is an histogram. Histogram displays the distribution of a numerical data by dividing data into a different intervals and showing like how many values will fall into a each range. So understanding histogram is very simple. Let's say for example you have age related to your class. I have just collected age of my students. So let's say 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, so when I say histogram, so basically what histogram will do, it will try to generate a intervals, okay? Interval in the sense 20 to 23 one range, we call it like one interval, and then 24 to 26 is going to be another range, and then 26 to let's call it like 30 is going to be another range. Okay, 20 to 23, 24 to 26, or you can call it like 24 to 28, and then you can call it like 28 to 30, or maybe 29 to, we'll call it like 32. So we call them like intervals. I'll call it like 31, 32. Okay, first what histogram will do, it will take a numerical data. It requires one numerical column. So it will take that ages, and then what it will do, it will create a intervals like this. Once it creates an intervals, now it will start finding how many ages will lie within that interval. 20 to 23, like what is the frequency? So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 values. Great. Next, 24 to 28. So clearly we could see 6 values, right? So there are 6 ages within that particular range. Then 29 to 32. So we have 4 values. So now what it will do, it will treat this whatever we found, like, how many values lie within our interval, right? That is going to be a count, which will be along y-axis. And then this interval is going to be along, x-axis, which is an age interval. This is how the histogram will work. So now what this histogram will do, simple. So now it will try to plot a graph for this particular data. So it will take like this. This is x-axis, and let's see, this is y-axis, right? Sorry. Yeah, let's see, for example, this is x-axis and this is y-axis. So what this histogram will do, it will take a age interval. First interval, second interval, third interval. First interval is what? 20 to 23, then 24 to 28, then 29 to 32. Like that interval it will take. And then it will take a count along, that is a frequency along y-axis. And it will count how many values lie within a range. Let's say this is a 4, right? So we'll call it like this. Let's call this as 2, 4, 6, 8 something. Then 6 means like this. Next it's going to be like this. This is how the histogram will be plotted. You know why we use this histogram? It is useful to understand how well your data is spread out or concentrated. And in order to detect the skewness, outliers, data spread, usually we use this histogram. Let's say, for example, if your distribution is like this, we call it like a normally distributed. That means you have equal number of people who have age below your mean and above your age, above your mean age. When you draw a line at the middle, you should see the equal proportion towards your left and the right. We call it like a normal distribution. What if tail is more towards a right side? We call it like right skewed. Similarly, what if tail is more towards the left side? We call it like left skew. That means more observations are towards left side. In this case, more observations are towards right side. So here I can say there is equal proportion towards like left and right. So those informations you will get it with this histogram. So now let me show you how you can plot a histogram. Very simple. In order to plot an histogram, the first important thing, you have to import a libraries. So when I say libraries, first import pandas because we'll be dealing with data frame, and then import a matplotlib library. Very simple, just import matplotlib dot pyplot as PLB. Okay, this is a code that we use in order to import a matplotlib so that we can utilize the graphs which are related to matplotlib. Then I have to load a data. I'll just call data is equal to pd dot. So I have a CSV file. I'll say rate underscore CSV. The first approach should be you have to upload a data. You know how to upload data, right? So just click on this files, click on upward arrow, and select a sales data from your local system. So once you upload it, so I'll just write my file name, which is going to be sales.csv. See, I have loaded data. This is our data related to Superstore sales. So you have a different rows, different columns. See? Okay. Well, you got a data. So now I just need to plot a histogram. So basically what I'll do, uh, in order to plot a histogram, you need one numerical column. So I just want to find distribution of a sales. I need to find distribution of a sales. Very simple. First step, you just need to call plt dot hist. PLT is nothing but it's an alias related to your matplotlib. Histogram name is a hist. And you just need to call your data, which is data of. The column is a sales column, you can see here. Data of, you just need to call your sales column. So just run. You're gonna get a matplotlib. I mean, you will get a histogram, okay? See, this is a histogram. So now what I'll do, I don't want this text and all, okay? So for that, what I'll do, I'll just use plt.show so that it will display only the graph. Well, we got just graphs. And I said about an interval, right? Dividing sales value into a different intervals. You can specify like how many intervals you want. We call it like a bins. So I'm just giving it like a bins is equal to 30, or you can give it like bins is equal to 10. So that, let me give it like 30, you will see the better, yeah, you can see the better approach, right? So here there are a lot of variation in our sales values. That's the reason you can see kind of deviation. So I'll just use plt dot figure of fixed size is equal to, this is a code which we use in order to, reduce the size of your graph. See, you can actually reduce the size of your graph just by using plt dot figure of fixed size is equal to 3,2. I hope you can see, right? You can also give a labels. Just call plt dot x label, and then you can give along x axis we want an age, along y axis we want a count. So I'll just call plt dot x label age, plt dot y label, I'll just call it like a count. See, you got a labels. If you want to change the color, you can also change it. Just give color is equal to red color. So red should be within a quotes. Yes. See, you got a graph. So same way, let's say you want to find distribution of a profit or maybe distribution of a quantity. You just need to change a column name. Sorry, actually it should not be age, it should be a sales because we are finding with respect to sales, right? Yes, sorry. Okay. So one more, you can try distribution of a quantity as well. I'll just give quantity, and in the place of sales, let's just give quantity. Here also, let's change it like a quantity. So we don't have a quantity. So maybe capital Q. No, first let me check what columns we have in our data. Just a minute. Okay. It should be capital name, capital letter, yeah. See, you got the distribution. You have a discrete values in our quantity, so you could see it's like a separation. You can try with the profit as well. So very important thing, whenever you look for a histogram, always look like how well your data is spread out. You can see the maximum sales is within the 0 to 5,000 range, and there are very few within, high level range, right? Like very few people can purchase a costlier product, and most of the people purchase the products within, average range. That's what you can understand from here. One important thing, always use this histogram to understand how sales values are distributed. Are there many small sales or a few large ones? So that understanding you will get to know with the help of a histogram. Hope it's clear. So this is all about a histogram. In the next video, let's explore what exactly is a scatter plot. Thank you. Happy learning.